I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Before 10 in the morning, we're barely alive. We're like ghosts, we're like spirits, and then coffee arrives. Then heroes awaken and stand by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. For the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may be down and may bake the world dry, but we stand by our neighbours and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my all. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat of my heart and the heart of my song. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. So fill up your tankards and fill up your lungs. Leave no words unspoken and no song unsung. Make noise for your heroes, your kith and your kin. Sing out their names and the pride that they bring. Together we stand and divided we fall. And the future we write will be shaped by us all. For we are the singers and we are the song of a story that's greater than more. Sing along. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. There's nowhere that I'd rather be. My friends, my neighbors, good citizens all, I thank you for coming and heeding the call. Let's rally the people and bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm. This is the ground where the future was born. This here is Anvil and this is our home. Each song that we sing and each story we tell, each hero we name and each life that we sell, each breath and each beat of your heart is a beat of the drum. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire.
Hello everybody, how are we all doing this evening? Hope we're all doing alright. Preemptive for those in chat already. Socks, 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 socks. So you all owe me 10 drinks. Excellent stuff. I hope you're all doing alright. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm knackered. Worn myself out at the gym today, so yeah. So it won't be the normal bundle of energy that I normally am. So, but I hope we're all doing all right. Well, goodbye, liver. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, telling me that's not already out of action. So, so yeah. So hi everybody. How is everybody? I hope everybody's good. That's currently 180 points. Yeah, you're doing well then. So, what are we chatting about? Oh yeah. So it would have been Empire this weekend, and everybody would have been. Yeah, I do love this t-shirt. Brand new. So we would have been in a field. We should have been in the field, but unfortunately, we aren't. So what we can talk about, what we'll go through, is something for a lot of new players because 9 months, Alfie. That's awesome. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. That's really cool. So what we'll do is we can go through a lot of stuff for the new players. We'll just talk about what it's like to get there and what to expect and things like that. Obviously, try not to build things up too much for people and stuff like that. So, Dan's on the phone, so he's muted. That's fine, mate. No worries there. So, basically, for me, at the moment, I would have been on prep. So it's Wednesday today. I would have been in the field tomorrow. So at the moment, my living room would have had the tent would have been out, the boxes would have been there, the bags. I would have been completely packed by yesterday, probably. Everything would have been sorted. Everything would have been in place. Everything would be done, so that tonight we can get through the evening and look around and remember things that we need. So that would have been my basic of it all. A lot of stuff gets put into. Everyone packs their stuff in as neatly as possible when it all goes away, so it's easy to grab. So for me, we have 3 really large plastic containers now, and just realised you can't see my other hand over here. So they're huge, really, really big. So we normally sit down and they'll all be packed away. And sorry, I had a beard hair in my mouth. So we'll all be organised and all that. So they have blankets, basic little bits of kit, so tankards, stuff like that. Then tomorrow, what would have happened in the morning is I would have wanted to be on the way by 10 o'clock. Inevitably, we would have forgotten everything. It's so weird knowing I still haven't been to an event and I'm completely new, and I'm a completely new player, but watching streams feels like I've been part of Empire for years. I can't wait to attend my first event, I'm sure, like many. So, yeah. I mean, having been for years, it's weird talking about it and not saying, "Oh, at my last event." Testament to the fam and the Steve. Oh, cheers, Pete. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think I've been in the need of a bit of a pick me up today. I feel I sort of crashed a little bit this afternoon, so apologies for that. It's 10 a.m. leave time. That's a luxury and a half. Yeah, we're down on the south coast, so we're closer to Portsmouth and Southampton for us. So it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and we like to get there because they've changed the times you're allowed on site. It was 12, it became 1, and it's been 12 again. I help up with other groups setup, and I help do a bit of camp planning, wrangling as well for people. So we leave. I like to get there at that sort of time, and then the first thing we do is when you're driving along to the field, let's see if this works. Ta-da! Da, 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 da. And stuff. There we go, a bit behind me. So, this is the map of the field. I'll move that over there so I can point to things. Kind of point to things. So, when you get into the field, so right up in the top corner, over there, camp planning wrangling is not a job I envy. Well, yeah, weather report man. So here we have so I get my info. So here we have whatever that says, joined by this lot up here with whatever that says, and them there because of whatever that says. It's gonna rain here a lot. It's gonna hail up here for these two. Oh my god, I don't envy weather people at all. And then above me, wow, it's just a shit show. Sorry, Don. It's best off not seeing what's behind my head because yeah. But so yeah, so the first thing that's going to happen. This is a bit of advice for everybody. After I finish stuttering, when you turn up into the field, if you turn up on the Thursday, make sure you got a $5. I know you did, Carl. I know you did. But Brass Coast are also there as well. So, so when you turn up into the field on the Friday, on the Thursday, make sure you yeah. Okay. Make sure you got a $5 because if you're camping on the Thursday, it's the extra night, so it's going to cost a $5 to camp. So you will turn up to the gate. Basically, all of the gate crew, they want to know is your name and a $5. That is it on the Thursday, because they will have a big list and they will just tick your name off. They'll tick your name off and they will do, and then that's it. That's it. You're done. Then when you get onto the field, so if you're for the drivers out there, so when you drive on, you go through the gate and then you go up a slight slope, and that is where you'll have your first view of the field. You'll have the woods. Oh my god, I have to see this way. So these woods here are directly on your right hand side. So unfortunately my frame cuts me off there. So we'll get to your PID and stuff like that. So we'll get to things that you can do for gate crew as well to help them out, being former gate crew myself. So these are the woods that you see on your right hand side when you come in. So if you are going into Wintermark, there is an entrance into the woods almost immediately. There is another one that leads into capable camp, handy accessible camping and OC camping above the Wintermark field. So all the way up, all the way up there that you can see. Oh no, screen cut off again. So that's all the way up there. So if you're camping OC and you're in Wintermark or Navarre, the Orcs or Dawn, they will probably chuck you in that field. If you're all the other nations, then your chances are you'll be in the other bit of camping there. There's loads of space. There's always space. So when you've as Matt's pointed out, if you haven't pre-booked your ticket and paid, and you're going to pay on the thing, there's essentially a late fee, so it's like 85 quid. So it's an extra tenner. So it's always worth paying before you get there. And it makes everything easier for gate crew as well, because they've got a lot of stuff to fill in. So when you've got onto the site and you've driven through, hello Max. Oh, hi Becca. So yeah, so you'll drive through. You'll get the woods on the right hand side. Then what you want to do is, if you're camping IC, is just turn into the woods. If you're going Navarre, Orcs, not too sure about, because I think you've only got the one way in, so you probably have to go onto the second way. The other thing to remember is it's all one way, The amount of times I've seen people driving the wrong way and then getting shouted at by a red cap is unbelievable. It kind of makes my day as well. It's hilarious to watch. But you'll go into the woods. If you're driving through those woods, drive so fucking slowly. It's unbelievable. Orky Dan, not gonna lie, I had no idea it was one way. I think it's been one way for 9 years. But being on this site, it has to be, because the way that as you can see, if everyone's driving back and forth, then it just makes it awkward. So this this crossroads here, this place is an absolute rut. Oh, Jack. So it's a real, so be patient there. Don't go too fast. I have seen a Range Rover take the fuck's sake, pointing this road at 60 when they were going down it. It didn't last. It bounced all over the place and nearly went off the side, and it was dangerous. I couldn't stop laughing, I have to admit, but it wasn't great. So going through those woods, drive slow, be careful. There are people running around. There are kids in the trees as well. They do run around. So it's always a case of being careful and stuff like that. So when you're doing all of that sort of stuff, just be wary of everything that's going on around you. There is also, the further you get down that track, there are two trenches on either side for drainage. So when you get down to certain points, if you go too far to either side, you're ending up in a ditch, and they'll have to get you. They'll have to get a tractor to come and pull you out. I have seen that happen a few times. Yep, nub indeed. So that's a pretty big shitter, to be honest. So it's just a case of being sensible. The issue when it rains as well is that you will always get ruts all through the ground, and as people are walking in, so it's so uneven, it's really dangerous. I don't drive, but all I ever hear people say is watch the clutch when you're trying to pull out if you're stuck. There have been so many cars who have burnt their clutch out trying to do things. If you're struggling, ask people to help push. That's the best way to do it, because everybody will help push. I think everyone who has been to site has helped push out well into double figures worth of cars. So it's an interesting thing. Can I shout your Twitch out? Probably not. I don't even know you. Are you in the Discord? Who knows? Maybe, probably. We'll leave that to my mod to decide. So you've got all of that sort of stuff going on as well. Then when you get down into the places where there are spaces to park up, it's always worth clearing the road. So park next to where you're going to set up. Get all your stuff out. If you are not leaving... I'm on Discord. Yeah. Chuck the link to my mods. Then we'll see what we can do. And as Becca has correctly pointed out there, and I'd completely forgotten, there is a place for self-advertising in the Discord. So that's the best place to do it. Because if I do it for one, I have to do it for everyone. That's the best way. So thank you, Becca, for reminding me about that one. So yeah, chuck it in the Discord, and that's where everyone will see it. Okay. Hi Nexus, how you doing? But yeah, so when you get down into the field and you're parking up, just park up next to where you're going to camp up. Get all your gear out, get your tent up, just throw everything into your tent. Make sure that this is done quite quickly, because if it's raining or it's too hot, then either your food's going to get ruined or it's going to get all wet, basically. So it's just worth getting it all done. Get your bed set up, get your fire set up, get your seats set up, get that sort of shit done quickly, because at the end of the day, you could do a Josh. So Josh is a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. He's in my hall. This is a story I like to tell because it embarrasses the shit out of him. Am I a little quiet? There you go. Turn myself up a bit. So basically, get everything done, because when you're there and you're sat around talking, if you're drinking and you start drinking that early, so for Josh it was a 1 o'clock start time drinking, and then by 2:30, 3 o'clock he was hammered. But he had his tent set up, he had his bed set up, so he had a place to go and pass out. That was good. It was wonderful to watch and really, really funny. And I bring it up a lot. Because he is a massive lightweight as well. So the other thing to do is, as you're walking around, get to know where everything is. So where you'll have, where you stand on your camp planner's map. Because I'm quite lucky, because Hurst Hall, so where I am, see if I can get up to it. Is it? Oh, yeah, I'm right there. Literally right there. Oh no, that's inside the trees. But yeah, literally right there actually. So as soon as you come out, that's a very early danger Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, he was struggling. So I think he woke up about 7 and he was all right, but he was on like Coke for the rest of the night, Coca-Cola for the rest of the night. Other soft drinks are available. So it was really funny. But yeah, so where we are, we're quite easy for the camp planner. So they throw us literally there. We throw the 7-meter bell tent up. The other tents all go around it, and we're set. If you're in one of the bigger nations, for the camp planners, they will have people around, and they will have put out something. Oh, I should have grabbed one of those screens. I didn't think to. The dotted line is Hurst Hall River. So they completely forgot what I was saying there. Sorry, threw me. Do I still play Xbox? No, my Xbox blew up. So I need a new one. So yeah, we have. So the camp planners will have everything mapped out for you, so that you can see on all the maps where everything is. So you will see where the roads are, the little landmarks are as well. So they'll have big open places. So you will get there and you can sort of see roughly where you're going to be. So the best thing to do is, if in doubt, grab the camp planners, because they are generally there early on the Thursday. You missed everything, Dan. We're just finishing up, mate. So it's worth having that sort of stuff set up, and then you can go from there. Make sure everything is set up. If you need to drive off the field again, that's the good time to do it. Drive away and get all your food, drink, everything that you need, because guaranteed Friday morning there will be stuff you've forgotten and you can drive off. But on the Thursday there is no need to have your car parked up in the parking space. On the Friday though, I think it's around midday-ish. That's when they start to say to people, "Can you get your car off the field now?" So, but yeah, so it's quite interesting to see how everyone sets up and all of that, and see everyone panicking. I like to sit down, have everything done, because that's the way I can rest, and then we generally wander up. Thank you, Becca. You wander up into the woods, and I go and sit by the 2 feet. So the 2 feet are generally, so there's an entrance into the Navarre around here from the main road. The 2 feet. Oh, I can't see. Oh no, it's the side of the thing is all gone, and I. No, gone. Oh well, sorry. Grumpy time. So, when you go into the Navarre Woods, you'll go in, and there's you have Cake Lady on the left, because that's where they are always sat, and they always sell baked goods. Sorry, not lady. I can't remember her name. I've always referred to them as cake person. Yeah, Galen is in chat, so he is God Crew. So if people have any questions, he's happy to help. So I will be normally in the 2 feet. So when you go into the Navarre Woods, you go on, and then it's the next right, and we're tucked away up there. You can't miss us. It's a huge awning that's attached to the trees, and it's all there. Yes, Abby, there is so much cake. It's unbelievable. They do a really good job of displaying it as well. They have it all on their table, and they have it all sort of like arranged behind them, and it's really, really nice to see. I've never bought any cake from them. No, I have bought one cake from them. They had rock cakes, and I bought one rock cake from them. And then when I came back to get another one, it was all gone. Animal shaped cakes, probably. More than likely, to be honest. So yeah, it might be a silly question, but I want to go on the Thursday, but we'll chat. But we'll probably travel by train, then cab. Would it be possible to walk from the gate to OC camp, or is it really far from gate to behind Wintermark OC camp? It's not that far at all. You are probably with the meetup. There is with the gate being so far. Well, the gate. See where the T is, the toilets. That's the shower block as well. So that is where gate crew camp opposite. All the way down this road. If you keep on going further down, there's a nature reserve on the on that side of the. For fuck's sake, I'll get used to this at some point. So on that side of the road, they wanted to put us near there originally, but that is about a mile, probably just under a mile to walk. Yeah, I want cake. So it's a bit of a trek. But it's not too far. So the taxis do come onto site though. They will happily drop you. So there's a stop off point. See the blue bit here. There's some toilets there as well. So the entrance, the entrance is up in the top. See the T up in the top, right in the top right there. So that's where the entrance is. So if you got a taxi there, and to be honest, Liam, there's a minibus that goes from the train station to the site on Thursday, Friday, and the Sunday. So that is where. So you'll be best off getting to site, and you will see all the LARPers at the train station, and then they will be sat there waiting, and then the minibus will turn up, and you jump on, and you sit in a packed minibus, and you don't have to. You don't have to wait for a taxi or pay for a taxi, basically. And you get to speak to a lot of other LARPers. A lot of them will be brand new. So, Ashford, yeah. So every time you walk past the Ashford, they shout it out at you, even if you leave the woods, turn around and come back, yeah. So, did I try to sell the rock cake as a rock pet? No, I ate it, and it was delicious. Arriving on Thursday is definitely worth it if you have a long drive. Turning up at 4 on a Friday and having to immediately set up an IC10, get into kit, get into character before timing is rotten. Yep. I know people who have turned up onto site on the Friday 10 minutes before time in, but they knew this was going to happen, so they gave all of their kit, their tent, to everyone else in their group. So what it meant was that we had everything set up for them. So as soon as they parked up in there, they walked onto site. They were still in their OC clothes. We had timed in, but they walked straight into their tent, and then they came out half hour later in kit, and everything was good. It was a lot more relaxing for them. So, but I think they drove down from Birmingham as well, so it was a bit of a drive for them. So Thursday night at the 2 Feet Camp is amazing. Justin smashed and singing, inviting others around to sing and have a laugh. Definitely. So I talk about the 2 feet a lot. The 2 feet for me are a good example of hospitality. They're a great example of what a lot of groups should be like and how spread out they should be. So they have got a massive awning that they attach to the trees. They've got a couple of poles that they put up. There's a fire pit in the middle, and there's loads of chairs around it. The 2 feet are across. We cross all nations. There are members of the 2 feet in every nation. I believe we have currently. I think we've got one in High Guard. We've got a couple in the league. We've got me in Wintermark. And I think we're waiting to see if others want to do it, be part of the 2 feet in other nations. So, but basically we're all there together. We all sit down and we all know each other. And if you are struggling at any point, at any time, you can walk up to the 2 feet camp. Being a member of the 2 feet, we have footprints, silhouettes on our heads to show us. See 2 feet orcs. I would love that. Perhaps that's what I should do. But yeah, so we have all of that set up. So if anyone is ever struggling, you can go to the 2 feet camp and you can just sit there, have a drink, and everyone's really, really good. It's really nice. So, but I would definitely recommend that. Let's try to catch up with chat a little bit. The cakes look great, but by the time I get on the field, all I really want is savoury baked goods. Yeah. But it's definitely doable. The walk from the gate to OOC camp's like 100 yards-ish for the mark. Yeah, it's quite nice to walk down through the trees as well. It's really nice to see how everyone else is and what everyone else is doing. It's really nice just to have that moment of you see all of these people getting everything set up. So a lot of places will have their entire camps done on the Thursday, so that you're able to just sit there and you don't have to worry. So Friday is literally, so normally my Friday mornings are me and a few others. We're jumping in the car, we're going off to Tesco's, B&M, Lidl, wherever. We're buying more firewood, charcoal, beer, sausages, bacon, rolls, or like I did one event, a steak and one of the huge like crusty roll thing, loaves. So I was able to I was eating the steak out of that. Oh my god, it was good. So I want a steak now. Steak's so good. But yeah, so I do midnight sausages at the Hurstal camp. So I think with the amount of people that might turn up now, I might have to do like 60 midnight sausages. Might do a few runs of it. Someone turned up selling sausage rolls once, and I just threw money at them. Yeah, I love it. From the gate to camping is 0.6 miles. Yeah. You can see the Wintermark, IC and OC from the gate. Yep. Hi all, hi Dan. And then you fight for space on the minibus, and all the taxi people get super angry. Yes, they do. I have heard this. But they do drive. You can get Morrison's delivered to site. I've seen people get Domino's delivered to site as well, which is awesome. Depending on times, dude, I can always pick you up from the train station and drop you back there on Sunday. That's awesome of you, Dan. I don't know where Liam's actually based either, because I'm going to set up a transport thing in the Discord. So if people are struggling for lifts or to get to site, then we might get to sort things out there as well. So they get, oh, they can't let Len. Len's amazing. Max, Thursdays are one of bits of advice if you can for new players. You get a rough lay of the land, and you can look at shops, and you can mix with people. Yeah, so when you're there on the Thursday and you've got everything set up, the market will already be set up. So if I lean here, so what we've got, so this is the start of it, and how's it going? It's this way, is it? Okay, so it's that, like that. Oh, man. It's difficult to watch the screen. I don't know how whether people do it. But this, anyway, this is the marketplace. And this is like Traders Row. It's also down here as well. So, and you've got the Forge as well. And you've got Moorish there. So, it's always worth, wherever you are, when you get there, and you've got that done. If there's any bits that you want to buy, they probably won't be open when you get there. But you'll be able to get to site and you'll be able to see all of their stuff and have a look around. Yeah, you'll see people. It's so easy to. This is nothing against new players, but it is so easy to tell who the new players are as well, because on the Thursday they will be in full kit, or without any doubt. Majority of brand new players will be in their full kit by 6 o'clock and everything like that, and they'll be drinking from tankards and all of this, and it's amazing. It is so much fun. But yeah, so you see all of them going around, and it's really, really nice, and it's easy to tell the new players as well, because when they get dropped off and you see them wandering around, you will always see the ones who don't have a clue, because they will walk into the middle of this and they'll be down by Moorish or something like that, looking around, not knowing where they're going. I will say this, all of the experienced players there will help. I did, and that's how I met my fiance, doing that, being too polite for my own good. I should be more of a bastard, really. But so you get all of that. So everyone there is really friendly. Everyone will help, and it's really, really nice. Oh, let's go. Yeah, sorry. I completely forgot something I said earlier. Gate crew. If you're turning up to site and it is a really, really hot day, if you have cans of Coke, anything like that with you, a big bottle of water or anything like that, or just something nice, if you can spare it for gate crew, please do it, because they really struggle. We have sat out in like 30 odd degree heat on the gate, burning, and people have been driving past and you see them all drinking and looking happy and stuff like that, and we're just going, if I drag them out of their window, I might get something to drink here, that stuff. But then it sort of, as it was going on, people were realizing this, and they were going, here, have a bottle, do you want a bottle of water? Someone came back and they dropped off a case of beer for us as well. So we get all this stuff, and remember, crew are players, well, gate crew especially are players as well. Gate crew will not finish until 10 o'clock that night. So they are essentially they're missing out on most of a day to help out on the Friday as well. So chocolate snacks, Freddos, those sorts of things, anything is appreciated as well. So it's definitely worth doing. They appreciate it as well. So I've done it a few times now, and I will be doing it again. So yeah, let's get back onto it. So George, I'm so late. Hi George. She'll obviously have to sort it out nearer the time, but yeah, we'll get transport sorted out. Tip for new players: use the toilets in Wintermark, or by God, they are much nicer. Depends. The last time, the Navarre, they had the really nice, sparkly, shiny toilets, and they were wonderful. So there are toilets over there in the out of character camping field. So if I can get this sorted. Oh my God, my awareness is awful. These toilets here are wooden buildings that have been put into place. Now, they're not great. I'm not going to lie. They're not great. They are cleaned and they are topped up with everything you need, but they're not great. When you're drunk, they're amazing. So that's fine. The toilets above me, there in Wintermark, that's like my personal bathroom, essentially. That's my ensuite, because I could literally throw a stone and hit those. They hire another company for like porta cabin and to get the portable toilets and stuff like that. So they're not the horrible like portaloos that you'll get or anything like that. So they're fine. What about 12-pack of Monster? Yeah, I am sure they would love that as well, Liam. But yeah, and down by these ones here, these ones. These toilets as well. These are quite nice. So there are showers down here as well, and also the toilets all the way up there by the gate. There are showers there as well, and there are toilets there too. They are warm showers, and they're wonderful. Apparently, I don't know. Never used them. So these are sort of the things that you need to know. Is there any OC camp planning, or is it just a free-for-all? It is in a grid pattern, so you will find that if you're camping OC, you'll have like a road set up. If you'll have a tent, then a car, then a tent, then a car, then a tent, then a car. And it's all done in a line like that. And then you'll have the road, because you need to make sure that there is space for an ambulance to get through, just in case. So then you'll have a road, and then on the other side it'll be exactly the same, and then a road, and then exactly the same. So that travels down all the way through this OC camping here. That goes all the way down, and that can go a bit further as well if needs be. So yeah, so there's that too. It's all, there are red caps around. There are people who will point you in the right direction and help out if they can. So it's all worth doing. OC is free for all unless you have specific tenting needs. So there is accessible tenting. So if you're handy capable, then up here there is a bit that is fenced off. So you're near to the toilets. And it's closer to everything really. So there you can be put there as well. But you have to let gate crew know. You have to let the red caps know that you need that, because otherwise they'll try to push you on further down. So, I've asked for a very posh and expensive tripod fire pit, and I cannot wait to cook burgers and sausages. Love fire pits. Traders are a trap. They really are a trap, and I love them for it. So, obviously, to point at the next... for the next event where me and Matt are going to be playing a little game, and we'll have to run that one to we'll have to see whoever wins that competition. Oh, and a competition as well. Yeah, I reminded myself. Oh, thanks, Steve. Where is mate? Bringing even after 8 events, do not take credit card into the field. Traders will accept them, and you will bankrupt yourself. Yes, yeah, that is a thing. I would always recommend having a bit of cash on your person, because for food and stuff like that, it's just a lot easier to pay with cash. The places do take credit cards, but you don't want to risk losing your bank card or cash or anything in the field, to be honest, but it does happen. For 8 events, I keep thinking that the Traders Road leads to the Sentinel Gate and end up getting turned around. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I watched Wintermark walk on a skirmish, and they went up that way and they ended up back in the field. It was so funny to see, because they were going off on a skirmish, so obviously we're sat up here and we see them all come walking down the road and all of that, and they get to here and then they come down and then they go up that way, and then they're back out in Dawn, and we saw them all and we were pissing ourselves, and then they just went around the other way and ended up going down through Brass Coast and down to the Sentinel Gate. So I'm all plugged in, you see. That's so there you go. So this here is the Sentinel Gate. This is where you go through to fight all the battles and all of that sort of stuff. So around here. Okay. So yeah, so they ended up walking up here, and then going up, and then getting back into the field, and then going along, and then having to come all the way down to there. It was fun to watch. So yeah, cash is king. Join the club. Shopping trip down Traders Alley. It's worth doing. I will say this: all the traders A lot of them are older. So they have been trading at LARPs for 30 years plus. So a lot of them don't really have proper websites or things like that. They make all their money in the field. That's how they make money. It's word of mouth, things like that. So this is how they make their living, essentially. So if you can save and decide to buy something in the field, go to the traders. Please go to the traders. Help the traders if you can. I will personally be planning on putting some money aside purely so I can go to the traders to help out if I can. Yeah. So, and hope obviously as well with this little game show thing that me and Matt are going to be doing, we'll be chucking 400 quid around that back into the traders. So let's move this back over a bit. I'm definitely going to stand out as a new player. All new players do. Take the amount of cash you want to spend. It will help reduce impulse buying. Yes, definitely. I have known people who have turned up and they said, I've got 100 quid on me. That's it. That's my budget for this event. And then 400 quid later, it's just like, yeah, I went and got some more cash out, and they take card in these places as well. So it's like bit of armor, couple of weapons, and all of this. It was amazing to see. I need an ambulance for that personal attack, as both of them are examples with me. I call it Weapon Alley because of the sheer number of weapon racks on display. There is a lot. I find OC camping toilets past the showers are the best, least used and not the wooden ones. Yep. Festival portaloos are an experience in the hot summer sun. My God, are they? They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I'm I'm here just to watch Steve trying to point at toilet blocks. Fuck you, Dan. Let's. Yeah. Toilet. Oh, it's off frame, but toilet block. And toilet block. Toilet block. Oh dear. Yeah, especially if you're in half armor. Tip for people: make sure you can relieve yourself in kit. It is awkward if you can't. That is a huge thing to do. I was going to get to toilets. Make sure you can either remove your armor and bits of kit quickly, or you have a way of accessing things. Yeah, access is always good. So for me, kilt, war skirt, stuff like that. So I can just, pick it all up and, I'm good to go. So that's the blessing there. I see people with you. There's nothing like being sat on the bog. It's going to get a bit disgusting now. Sat on the bog, and then all of a sudden you hear the clang, and you just see like leg armor just drop onto the floor, and it's like sticking through into the cubicle, and you're like, oh dear, has someone struggled? So you get a lot of stuff like that. So giant codpiece is fine if you want to wear it. So there are things like that, but just make sure you're able to get to the toilet. Just think about these sorts of things, because obviously if you're drinking a lot in the evenings and you break the seal, you're going to be going to the toilet on a regular basis for the rest of the night. So there are things like that to think about as well. I think you can relieve yourself in any kit if you don't mind walking about all damp. Yep, definitely. There's a hand sanitizer, but if you want to wash your hands properly, bring a bottle of water or know where a working standpipe is. I believe someone is looking at selling tiny little bars of soap as well in the field. So if you want that sort of stuff and you've got a bottle of water, you'll be able to do it yourself. Or you can just go to the standpipe and do it. So you've got that sort of stuff going on too. But having sanitizer is going to be big win, especially with everything going on in the world. Am I catching up with chat yet? Nope. As I'll often say, always make sure you can sit, you can squat, and you can bend. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I can barely squat. Can't really bend. I can sit down fine. Although they take care, be mindful, sometimes the signal is temperamental. Yeah, it is very temperamental. For those of you who are addicted to your mobile phones, I'm not going to name any Abbeys. Damn it. I'm not going to name any names, Abby. But the signal is poor. Bring a battery pack. And I would recommend leaving your phone somewhere safe in your tent. And that's so because people don't just walk into anyone's tent. So, yeah, so I would recommend that as well, because obviously no one wants to see people getting their phones out in the middle of the field and that, because, yeah, you will get called out on it. I have seen that a few times. So if you're having a heated argument with someone and then all of a sudden someone gets their mobile out, it's just like, nah, not good. Not good. So try to leave your phone off and away. I do. I leave it all tucked away in my tent, and it's fine. It's completely and utterly fine. But mine's in my icy tent, and there's always people around. So that's a fine thing for me. Is it legit bad form to get out a phone? Yes. If you are in the middle of the field and everyone's role playing at that time, and then you get out your phone to have a look at it, then yeah, you'll get looks off of people. But there is. Oh, it is. Oh, it's not. Is it? It is legit. Yeah, it is. It is bad. I see people on occasion. They'll have it in like a inside pocket or something like that, and you can see them just open up and have a quick look. They're like checking the time or something. But wear a watch. Just wear a watch or something like that. I see so many people with the nurses' watches so that they can just have a look, and that. So, I can't wait to go broke at the traders. Traders will offer their card machines to the Sky God in hopes of good reception. Yeah, I've seen traders walking out like this. So you get that, which is quite fun. Also, the mobile network for card payments can bug out. Yep. I look forward to getting lost as fuck in this field. Oh, you will. It's great fun getting lost. I love to get lost in this field. Doesn't happen as often anymore, but it's more when you're looking for people and it's just like, where am I? So I've walked into Varushka and just sort of like, where are the marches? And that. So, yeah, but you get to talk to people then. We don't ask Andy how long he's been trading. It's going to be a heckin' event. It really is. This year, yes, this year we'll have rogered them. The traders they're getting by at the moment. That's pretty much all I can say. They're not doing amazing. They're not having a good year. They're having a bad year. So, yeah, just help the traders out if you can. 26 years. Alfie, I've known one person to drop 1,500 quid. Well, they're nuts then. There indeed, to be fair, I was meaning Mr. Rimmer. Yep, that's who I was thinking about, Andy. Rimmer as well. Opened around the same time as Darkblade. Yeah, because Tim's been going for a long, long time. Been able to trade at Empire is the dream. Not gonna lie. There's nothing stopping you. I can't remember how much a pitch is to trade. So I don't think it's a stupid amount either. But yeah, you get to do all of that sort of stuff, and you get to roleplay as well. You get to do in character stuff. Because I think a lot of people in Moorish, they form their own fighting unit, and they used to go off into battles together, and that was hilarious. Because when there was a little lull in the battle, you'd get them all walking past, going eat at Moorish. It was brilliant. So glad we don't have composting toilets. Yeah, definitely. Andy Rimmer was trading back when Britain was just trees. He would sell an axe to a dinosaur, that man. because he was around before the dinosaurs. Going for a dump and removing Urs and robe layers is a whole thing, I can imagine. Jesus. Bring basket there, getting cloth in that wet, muddy toilet floor is... Yeah, it's not good. There's nothing quite like if it's a wet event and you walk into the toilets and there's mud and it's wet and it's like your cloak's dragging on the floor and stuff like that. It's just not good at all. Tiny bars of soap. I must find these tiny bars of soap. Well, I believe that my other half, Helen, is the one making them. So, phone off Thursday afternoon, secured in the car. It's a legit bad form to get out of phone. There's far too much stuff to distract you. Definitely. The only time I've got out of phone is approximately 1:30 a.m. when some people needed some light when they drop something important. So what my pack, my satchel thing, my little man bag, is full. It will have my icy money. It will have my wallet. It will have a torch in there. It will have a bottle opener in there. It will have some matches, and it will have my cigars. That is me done. That's literally everything I need. Potions, resources, anything I want to sell. Everything goes in there, basically. There are also clocks dotted around the field. I've only ever seen one, and that was in Highguard. But if there's more, that's awesome. I'll have to keep my eye out for them. Bit of clock spotting. I know some of the traders are thinking about having open days if E2 isn't on, so they can shift some stock. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. Oh, that's just made me think actually there, Matt. How would you... I know we've talked about doing something like this, doing like a Armchair Armories open day, or something can get a load of people, like pay a certain amount from the Hefty fam, and then can come up to Armchair Armories and make something. I think now we're getting to the point where 30 people can meet outside. It could be something quite fun to think about in the future. I'd be well up for that. I'm only going to bring cash. Don't think I can trust myself with my card. Yep. There's a cap on traders currently. PD's booked out at the moment. Oh, that sucks. Moorish were all marchers. The cost is the tent setup and getting stuff down there. Yeah. Having enough stuff to make it worth it. The trick with the losing cloaks is to take a friend with you and take turns waiting outside holding a pile of stuff. Yes. The stream has inspired me to test packing my kit up. Yeah, definitely. It's I've caught up. Excellent. Yeah, it is worth being able to see how much stuff you've got and how you can fit it all in. So I have a suitcase as well, with a large flat suitcase which I put clothes in. Then we have the plastic stuff now, and then everything goes into that. So when it comes to loading stuff into the car, in theory, it should be tent, 3 large plastic tubs, suitcase, weapons, armor, done. In theory. But you'll need cool boxes, you need food, drink, and all of that sort of extra stuff as well. What's the rules on wood burning stoves in a tent? Would that be allowed? Looking at getting a small portable one. It does have a spark catcher, but don't know if that makes a difference. You'll need a vent. If you're in a tent and you're using a wood burning stove, you need a vent, or you will make yourself incredibly ill or potentially die. So carbon monoxide is no joke. So if you are cooking something like that at your tent, I would recommend seeing if you can speak to someone IC about using their fire pit, or wait until you're hungry, go back, take it outside your tent, cook, cool it down, and then put it back in your tent. But do not, unless you have a vent, just do not cook anything wood burning inside your tent. Please, promise me, everyone, just do not do that. So I've got quite a bit all folded up now. Yeah, practice the very dignified technique of rolling over your tent to compress it down. Oh my god, that's a sight. I love that. It's so So much fun. So once you got all your the bell tents go down and they're flat, you think they're flat and you think they're in the right sort of place. You'll get someone lay on them. For us, it's Josh because he's the smallest. So he will lay on it and we will literally roll him over it to get all of the air out of the tent and everything. I'd recommend towels as well because when you start to turn the bits of tent over, they're going to be soaking wet underneath, even if it's been boiling hot. They'll be soaking wet underneath. So drying it all off as it all goes back in. And then when you get home, unpack your tent, open it up, get it dry as quickly as you can. Because otherwise that's going to lead to mold, holes and everything like that. So if Josh doesn't come to the Hefty Fan meetup, I might be bringing his tent so that I can get it clean, waterproofed and sorted for him. Fingers crossed on that one. So even fires that look out can still smoulder and release carbon monoxide. Yep, exactly. About the only flame I have inside my tent is a shielded candle flame. Yep. Packing down tents, ending friendships. It's medieval times, pretty much. I remember people mentioning rules on having fires, but are portable stoves okay in the OC area? Yeah, pretty much anything you want to do in the OC area is fine. I think it's music is the only thing that's not allowed because no one. I think it's happened once, and all you could hear was, I don't know what the band was, but you could just hear someone playing music from their phone, and they were just sat down outside their OC tent, and that led to crew wandering over just to go, "Can you turn it off?" Because that's all we can hear across the field. So yeah, that sort of thing does happen. Portable gas stoves are perfectly fine. Yep. No, it's not like a fire pit. I'll send you a picture on the Discord. It's like a rectangular box that you put wood in, and it has a big pipe that goes up and out the tent. Yeah, if it goes out of the tent, then that's fine. I would still say leave your flaps open because otherwise, because you just don't know. It's always better to be safe than sorry. That will warm up your tent like a bitch as well. So depending on the size of your tent. If you can, drag your canvas out into the sun for half an hour while you pack up the rest. Canvas will dry fairly quickly in the hot sun. Yeah, it's worth if it's a hot day. Yeah, bolt to a soon hot sun. Yeah, that is true. If it is a hot day, they do happen. Unload your tent fully, put your tent down, and leave it like that because the top of it's normally going to be dry. Then what we do is we'll fold it in half, and we'll leave that bit to dry, and then we'll fold it again, and then it just goes like that. But you'll have to move it away from the spot that you were camping on, because that will be soaking wet as well. Is canvas waterproof? I have a posh Lavu temper. Don't know if I need to waterproof it or it'll be good to go. If you've only just bought it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's get rid of this for a bit. Yeah, so if you've only just bought it, it'll be fine, I'm sure. But if you haven't, it might be worth buying some waterproof spray just in case. So yeah, that's the sort of thing from that's the sort of tent side. Just to get that sort of stuff sorted. When it comes to when it comes to everything else throughout the day, it's mainly a case of looking after yourself. Eat, drink, be merry, have fun. A bit of Fabsil never hurt anyone. No, I think I've got 2 cans of it in the cupboard or in my kit. I can't remember. I need to sort through it all again. So yeah, there is lots of stuff like that you need to do. But it's just a case of making sure you're clean and dry throughout it all. I can get a Fabsil solution for canvas to waterproof it. Yeah, we use the spray because it's easy. And then if you've got a hole or anything like that, you get little bits of, people have little bits of pleather and stuff like that. Or Justin, I think I spent half an hour with Justin once repairing his tent, and I was stood inside put my fingers out in a hole just so that he could do these little bits and bobs. Oh, thanks for the bits there, Adam. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So there are, if anything goes wrong, there are people around who will always help. So like the Hurst Hall tent, it ripped. It's got like a 6-inch tear in it, and we had people turn up, and we took that bit down, and we fixed it, and it's up, and it's all right now. It's fine. It hasn't really fallen apart too extremely, but it's fine. It's totally fine. But everyone in that field is helpful. I definitely recommend getting your bearings. Find out where the forge is. That's a good centre point. The forge, the Trader Row, places like that. That's always worth doing. Get to recognise the landmark near your tent. There is nothing worse than at 2 o'clock in the morning going back to your tent and oh, no more bits. Oh, thanks, James. Cheers, buddy. So there's nothing worse than going back to your tent and wanting to go back to your tent at 2 o'clock in the morning and not being able to see it, not being able to find it, and then just going, shit, there is a whole area of tents here, and I don't know which one's mine. And then you'll spend an hour looking for it. It's no bad thing to mention that the community as a whole at Empire is pretty great at looking after people. If you let your group or nation know something's gone wrong, or your clothes soaked or whatever, most nations will help you dry your kit over a fire or get you warm again. Yeah, there are too many stories about that sort of thing. So I think a couple of tents are flooded in the rain, and so everything inside that tent was underwater. And I think this person's entire suitcase of clothes, it was handed out across all the nation, and everybody just had something to dry. Because I know that because over our fire pit, I was sat holding a couple of pairs of socks just to get some socks dry and all the steam coming off them. It was really interesting. But yeah, everyone helps. Everyone helps. I've seen people who have forgotten sleeping bags, and then all of a sudden there's been like 6 blankets have turned up for them. All I can say is that if you do need help, please ask. It's exactly the same in the fam. If you need help, you ask. Just ask. You're not on your own. You're not going to be alone. You're always going to be you're always going to have someone to help you out. Once our 5-meter bell tent flooded, all 4 of us got rehoused. PD were able to lend some sleeping bags too. How does one send bitties? Down in the send a message thing. Oh, you don't add the space. Oh, right, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Hooray! More biddies. Ooh, one more person needs to sub game or use bits. Oh, we're going to get a hype train going, are we? So, yeah, so that's awesome to hear. That really is awesome to hear that everyone helps out. I will normally have some spare bits. I know a lot of people bring some extra stuff. Yeah, people have t-shirts. I've seen people who have have had a lot of stuff, not ruined, but soaking wet, covered in mud, and you've seen them wear like a gambeson, and it's like that. I'm pretty sure that's a Lonsdale t-shirt you're wearing underneath that. But when you hear them saying, I don't, it's like everything's drying at the moment. It's like, you don't care. You don't care. They're warm, they're dry, they're comfortable. That's all that matters. So everybody will help out. I mean, I plan on personally, if anything happens to all of my stuff at an event, I am personally going to go and jump into Matt's tent and just sleep there. So, just saying that one, Matt. Warning you. Always love to hear stories of how awesome the community is. Really puts my anxiety at ease, sort of. Oh, yeah. Really don't worry about anything. So let's go through the things that I've heard stories of. I mean, Galen is probably one of the best ones there. You're more than welcome, Chisholm. So Galen's probably the best one to have heard stories about. I have heard that someone's car broke down. They lived an hour and a half away. So someone unloaded their car, loaded up the car with all of this person's stuff. So the car was moved into the farmer's driveway. Oh, more bits. You're doing awesome. Lady Pigeon, Dan. Oh, see, Lady Pigeon. I still love that name. So Max, Dan, Adam. This is amazing. Thank you so much. So the person then took their car that had broken down, was put in the farmer's driveway under the promise that someone will come and collect it either that day or the next day. And that was it. It was really, really nice. So someone unloaded their entire car, filled up this person's car with all their stuff, drove that person an hour and a half to their home, unloaded all their stuff, then drove all the way back to get their stuff, and then drove 3 hours home themselves. That's amazing. It's incredible. I can't think of many other places where you'll get someone who will do that. So when it comes to having any issues with anything, the Hefty fam is always going to be there to help everybody. And I would love to think that we will all, if we see anyone, not even just in the Hefty fam, but if we see anybody who is struggling, is feeling out of place, is having a bit of a moment, or anything like, because we all get it, that they will stop and ask if they're all right. So thanks, Adam, again for the bits, and Dan again for the bits. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Sammy was so worried about wanting to start Empire. Now I feel able to go on my own because of how good everyone sounds. They really are good. I only need to look at the amount of cars that have been moved out of the mud and pushed to see how helpful and useful the Empire peeps are. Yeah, I have been covered in mud from pushing people out, from helping out to do that sort of stuff. It's really nice. What you'll tend to find. It's just a shame that you didn't have the Hefty fan for my first event. You newbies are so lucky. Well, you kind of did, man. You had me. So, I was there. Just saying. But, yeah, so you generally find that. So, if I get the map back up again, let's load the map. Let's get this. Was I second event? Oh, sorry. Oh, I'll take away my thunder. How dare you. So, this bit of road here, this curve up here in Wintermark, there are tents all the way around it. Not on the inside of it where the toilet bit is, but they're all around it.
Let's go.
I hardly heard that. Definitely heard. Did everyone else hear that voice? It said, let's go. The first event was a nightmare. Left the Saturday morning. Oh shit! I'm sorry, man. Glad you came back though. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so that curve. So there are tents, people camped all around the curve of it. And what happens is that if a car gets stuck, so if they get stuck outside Hurstal, we'll all come wandering over. We'll push them. We'll get them going. We'll get them going. We'll keep them going. And
love the advice. Keep up the awesome work.
Is it just me? It sounds really quiet now. I think I turned it down on the OBS things. If it's all right for you lot, then that's all that matters. Yeah, so you're essentially passing it on to the next group. So they'll miss one, maybe two, and then that you'll suddenly see them get out of the field to the crossroads, where the person there will tell them to stop because someone else is coming, and then you'll get out. So when on bit of advice for the Sundays as well, when when everything's winding down, my advice will be to, oh wow,
Bits for Chainmail Jesus.
I can barely hear her, but it's American Woman now. So is that better than the other robot voice that we had? Do we prefer this voice? Is this better voice? Bits for Chainmail Jesus. Yes, we're doing quite well. We're nearly at 20% for that one. We're doing well. I need to apologise for this one because when we were doing the tent, I was really, really pushing it. I am going to say that this month, for some reason or another, my mental health's not been amazing this month. As I said at the beginning, I've been really struggling, like this afternoon, and I'm probably going to struggle tomorrow. I just got that feeling. So, but we'll keep this one going on for next month as well. Essentially, we're just going to keep this one going until we've got it done. So, but we're at nearly 20%. So we need a Jarvis voice pack. Yeah, that would be really cool. So, because I'm determined, because we're obviously with Matt and Andy, where I did the fundraiser, and I believe it's at 4,700 at the moment. So just under 5k. It's going really, really, really well. So, so that's all amazing. But all of this as well to go to help out Armchair Armories, which is their company too. So will always be a fantastic thing to do, and I'll always happily push it because it's those two.
Steve, you do an amazing job.
Too many nice things. Don't say nice things. Just slack me off or something. It's always better. Don't worry about pushing it. You're here for us, so we're here for you. Thank you. Sorry to hear, brother. I hope you know we are here for you. Thank you. We got you by the hefty fam is always here. I know. Steve, you're doing more than enough. Don't let it get you down. You are too good. No, I'll get there. Cheers, Dan. You're a dick. Also, I spoke to my I don't know what to call them. Aunt-in-law for the first time the other day, because they actually watched the Women in LARP video I did, and they watched a bit of the fundraiser because I can't pronounce the D word. Dysphoria, body dysphoria. Is that the word? You'll have to help me out here, chat. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, someone in their family has that as well, so it struck quite close to home. I believe that they are donating to Andy's thing as well, so that's really, really good. So yeah, lots of positivity out there in the world, and it's really, really nice to see. Did you mention there's another giveaway to be announced as well? Yes, I do. Yes, I did. Yes, body dysmorphia. Yeah, I was meant to do it like 45 minutes ago, but yeah, apologies. So, an anonymous Imperial citizen contacted me yesterday. They have transferred an open ticket for me. Not for me, but for me to give away. So, I've been racking my brains on how to do another giveaway because, you know, I'm really good at doing giveaways. The wheel, I put people's surnames, full names on the wheel, so that was shit. I basically share. So I have decided that what would be really nice to do, because I want to help people. Sorry, I was burping away. So I really want to help someone out. So as a community, if we know someone who is really deserving of it, I don't want you to put anything into chat. Don't put anything into Discord or anything like that, okay? But basically what I'm thinking is there's going to be someone out there really deserving of an open ticket. To try to help them out, get them to an event and stuff, okay? So if people can rack their brains and then we can do something to get a ticket for someone who is really deserving of it, then we'll make it a big thing, and just to show that people care and make it as positive as we can and all of that. So I think it'll be a really nice thing to do. So we'll just try to find that person out there who is deserving of it. Okay, that's my thought. That's my idea. Obviously, the Patreons and stuff like that, there's their channel there. So if you've got any ideas for a way to smooth line it a little bit, then let me know that one as well. But yeah, so we've got an open ticket to give away, and we can give it to someone who's maybe struggling at the moment or is in need of it, and stuff like that. Okay, but we'll get it to a vote, and contact. We'll go for if you don't want to message me with these ideas, if you can message, we'll go for if people can let Dan know in the Discord, Dan or Helen for me, because they're obviously the ones who will have to mod Twitch as that's going on. So Dino Wookie or Phil, but yeah, or Dan or Helen in the Discord. So yeah, just let them know, okay, on any ideas or people who you think should be deserving of it. Yeah, Helen's not in chat at the moment, but yeah, so we'll get something like that done, because I think it's a really good idea, and especially in the state of the world, to give something back. And this anonymous Imperial citizen, he knows who he is. Thank you so much for everything, and it's a really, really nice gesture of you. So, but yeah, so we'll get that done, and I'd like to announce it soon. So we'll give it a week. Just have a think. Get your thinking caps on. But I don't want it to be, they do a nice thing over on the Discord or anything like that. Let's have a proper, who would be the most deserving of it. Let's make it a really good thing here. So yeah, so that's another thing to do as well here. But yeah, Chainmail 19.55%. So we're nearly at 100 quid for this, and then it's a start. It's a start. We're doing well, and it'll be something really nice to do, and I think it'll be one of the best gifts you can give someone, to be honest. Something. So yeah, custom made chainmail. I mean, for people like me, it'd have to be $1,000. So, because it's got to, cover it all. Why did Megamind scene pop into my head? And I love you, random citizen. That's a good one, Liam. I like that a lot. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I'll have to try and find a GIF for that one as well now. But yeah, so that's the thing. But go back to, so on the Sunday, what I recommend doing, because this is what I do. Sunday is heaving when it's full of people trying to get off the field, so you'll be a long queue to get out. What it is worth doing, yes, lots of chain. Oh, perhaps a chainmail codpiece. Now everyone's got rid of their dinner again. But yeah, so what I recommend doing on the Sunday, what I do when I get up is I'll let the airbed down, and I'll start to fold stuff and put stuff away. And I'll do it throughout the day on Sunday. So if after the battle, after monsters, I'll do a bit of it before monstering or fighting in the battle. And then when I come back and I'm getting changed out of my stuff to put some clean bits on, I'll do a bit more, and I'll start to put stuff away. And then I'll have a little pile of bits that I want on me for when we're driving home. So wallet, phone, keys, all of that sort of stuff. Glasses as well, because obviously in the field I don't wear these, so I'll have all of that sort of stuff put aside. But it just means that as soon as it gets to, is it 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock for timeout, it means that you've got a lot of the stuff done already. Tent goes down. Someone gets the car, comes on, the car's parked up, and by the time the car gets there, a lot of stuff is already done. And then you open up the car, chuck it, Tetris it all in, and it all gets put away. And then I think we have been off the field within 45 minutes. So the car's been put away, and about 20 minutes of that has been me wandering around, getting lost and saying goodbye to everyone. So that's the sort of thing. What time do people leave on Sunday? I think it's 3. I think it's 3 p.m. is timeout. So as I said, it's worth having getting everything done, and then the minibus will be brought onto site as well for those who are going to the train station. But it's worth just having certain meeting points set up. So obviously, like for Liam, if Dan's dropping you back off at the train station, then it will be worth knowing where Dan is. 3 p.m. is the end. Yeah. Me and Husband Face tend to linger. Yeah, a lot of people do tend to hang around. Crew will stay until the following day. Have a bag that's tied up and kept dry. Has trainers' socks. Ah, socks. Socks. Socks and a towel in. Warm, dry feet and things to kill for when on a 4-hour drive back. Oh, God, yeah. Because you're in Norwich, I believe, aren't you, Alfie? So, especially if the weather is rough. Yep. Great approach, whereas I take the other approach of wait till last minute, pack down all my group stuff, and then slowly pack my car, leave after the rush. Yeah. So we usually run till about 7, evicting the York camp from existence. Yeah. So we try to get done quickly. We'll get everything done, and then we'll help down the people around us put their stuff down. There you go, Abby. So thank you, Smo, for making that emote for us. They're awesome. Yeah, so we try to get everything done a lot quicker, so it's just out of the way, and we don't have to worry. And then we can clear site. But a lot of people do like to hang around. When I used to do setup and gate crew and all of that, so all of the big the God tent, monster tent, and all that sort of stuff, I used to help setting that up. So I used to get to site for Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'd have everything done. So there used to be times when me and Kit would be setting up, and we'd be there on a Wednesday evening with our own one little tent, little fire, and we'd order a Domino's and have some beers, and we just sat down and chill out while all the crew were scattered all over the field. Everything really, really nice. Norwich 2 hours to Cambridge, 2 hours from Cambridge to Norwich because we have no motorways. We pack down from 3 to 5, relax a bit before the journey, and get back in town around 10 and 11. Get a Chinese home, eat, crash. Just tractors and farms. So for me, this leads on to like how people chill out after an event as well. So for me, it's very much everything's done, everything's taken down in the car, and then so we're normally home by 5, 6. Yeah, make sure you take Monday off as well, because you'll be dead on Monday. You'll just be dead, absolutely dead. You need to have that time. So on the Sunday evening, so for example, the next event on the Sunday, my event will be done. We'll have everything in the car. We'll get back home. Everything will be piled up somewhere. So everything will be piled up somewhere in the living room over there, and I will be sat here, and I will stream on that Sunday evening for a little bit, not for long, because I'll be dead. But I will probably have my stupidly large greasy kebab and chips, and I'll have beers or 2 feet cider or mead or whatever's left. There'll be a lot left because there's always a lot left. And then I'll be sat here chatting to everyone. I'll still have half my kit on. I'll have half my face on still, because it just doesn't all come off. And it's oh man, and I'll just be sat. I'll be chilling out, have a beer, and I'll get progressively more drunk as the evening goes on. And it's so much. That's how I relax. That's what I need to do to relax. So, I really hope I'm allowed Monday off, because Mondays for me start Sunday evening. Ouch. Just quick, Steve. Not going to act like I didn't get tickets to the gun show. Your arms, man. You've been lifting those weights, my dude. Looking like Thor over there. Yeah, it's the gym again. I haven't been. Fuck's sake, Liam. Yeah, the fitness channel in the Discord has been really, really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a fat fuck. It's all here. So, but I'm just lifting. Yeah. Oh my god. Cheers, man. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Always pop down the McDonald's down the road. It's surprisingly nice after a week in the field. Food cooked in an oven. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. So on that Sunday, I'm gonna be sat here, and I'm just gonna sit here and talk about the event. I think, and it's gonna be really nice just to veg, drink, and chat to people, whoever is around, if anyone's around. So, but it's just gonna be really, really nice to do, and I'm really hoping that everyone here will have an amazing first event. All I can say is it is possible for things to get built up too much. I think if everyone goes into their first event expecting to just sit down, chat to people, and enjoy being there, that's all you can do. So, if I'm around, we'll still be driving back. Yeah, I know. A lot of people will. And I look forward to, on that Sunday, I'm sure there'll be one, two, three, four people who will be about, and we could just froth together and really just chat about it all. It's going to be really, really nice and chill. It'll be amazing. Pride 65. Oh, it didn't work, Alfie. First event, fingers crossed. It's going to be July. I cannot wait, in all honesty. I know it's months away, but I'm excited. I'm getting so excited and really wishing nothing happens bad with COVID. My major goals for... Oh, more bits. Cheers, Dan. Sploosh. Oh, there we go, Alfie. Cheers, man. Thank you. Yeah, well, I think we're all hoping that. Oh dear. We all know your post-event goodbye is going to last 3 hours, Steve. No way you'll be off site before 6. No, I'm gone. I will say goodbye to people around and stuff like that, and I'll be. Oh, cheers, James. 160 bits. Oh, boom. 9999. 20%. That's awesome. Love that. Major goals for the first event. See every nation. Have a strong opinion about one thing. Yep. Dan will be here with my beer and kebab. Yep. That's a good place. So that's a really, really good place to be. Yeah, my goodbyes take ages. But yeah, 20%. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. It's yeah. And then we'll have to decide a way in who's going to win the chainmail as well. I'll let someone else have the 10,000 glory. 99. Go on, someone donate 1. Alfie! Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. Look at that. 10,000 bits. So that is a solid 100 quid there. Well on the way. Well on the way there. Yeah, so it'll be nice just to sit down and chill and chat. But I tend to get lost when I say goodbye to everybody. So the temptation... Oh, there we go, you see. 69 bits. Oh dear. Awesome. That's excellent. But yeah, I love to when you finish the event, you'll take ages to say goodbye. Everybody takes ages to say goodbye to everybody, because you just do. You walk around and you just say goodbye, and you see someone else. It's like, oh, say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye, and all of that, and it's really cool. It's a really nice feeling. No doubt. Cool. Yeah, you'll also get. Oh, cheers, Dan. My fat ass can barely support my weight. I couldn't handle wearing chainmail, even if I did win. So I think I'll stay out the giveaway when it goes. Oh dear. So we don't off-site ASAP. 7-hour drive. Ouch. There are a few people who don't do that because they have to drive back to Glasgow. I worry there has been too much hype built up for the game. Yeah, it's always there's always that worry. There is always that worry, but I think it's a case of you get there and your opinion, everything changes when you're in the field. Your thoughts about the game changes. The thoughts about what you want to do. So it's winner's choice: steel or aluminium. So if I entered and I won it, I'd go for steel. But I like really heavy things. So if you're the last of your group to leave and you end up with all the lost property to deal with, so that's motivation to get going fast. Yep. I think I look like a fleshy version of the goo from Oh dear. Oh, Edinburgh. Ugh, that's a hell of a drive. I like to spend my first hour crying with happiness that we actually got to an event. Yeah, just let me out the field. I think when you're there, and it's like I think the best thing to say is that when you're in the field and they call time in, plot isn't going to come and hit you immediately. It's just not. You have to be prepared to go out and talk to people. So this is why I'd suggest, if it's your first time, walk around. Go and have a pint in the forge. Then go and just find people who look a little bit lost and go and say hi. Hi, I'm Nido. Burp at them if you can. And just have a chat. This is all the thing that happens. I mean, Friday evening, Saturday evening, I'll apologise now if you see me and Chris running around, because, yeah, I'll just apologise for our behaviour. So there's lots of stuff going on there. Just go in with a realistic opinion of what's going to happen. You will have fights if you want to fight. You will get into a battle. You will get into high five the first orc you meet. They'll love it. Yeah, that's awesome. First time goal: sell poetry, heal a person, annoy Dawn with said poetry. That's a great one. I really like that. Yeah. See, I apologise before timing. Find pub, get plot. I was sitting in the artisans talking to a freeborn. Now some events later, I'm doing herald stuff. Nice. I'm normally hanging out in a pub. I've been to 5 events. I'm still like a new player and I have no idea what's going on. 5 minutes into time in, yeet myself away from Dawn. So I would, yeah. Chat to the egregores. You'll love it. They'll give you stuff to do. Everybody will love it. Go and talk to people. Go to time in. So Mac, what are you? Buy my invisible hat. Yeah, so yeah, give orcs the high five. Yeah, they'll love that. But yeah, there's loads of stuff to do. Talk to the egregores if you're struggling, because they will give you advice. I've talked to a few players OC about looping me into stuff, because I find just walking up to strangers and talking, yeah. I can understand that as well, but there's always stuff to do. I mean, unfortunately for me, I can't get people in. Essentially, I'm not going to get people involved in what I'm involved in, because it's like 6 years to get Mac where he is. 6-7 years now, so it's all a bit much, but it's just about getting yourself into a comfortable position, into a comfortable place, and talk to people. Go to the nation meetings that happen to start off with. Yeah, you'll get singled out as a newbie very, very quickly, and you will get people come and talk to you. So it's all, yeah. First event back, oh boy, here I go killing again. That is going to be my first event back. We are the first event back. I'm gonna be getting Mac and Grim are gonna be receiving a challenge from the Iron Duke. So if you don't know what that is, you can find that one out in play. But considering part of our challenge was, it was literally we are the greatest lovers in Anvil. So we are going to be very interested to see what they come up with that for us in the plot team. So still. I've been kept on the edge of my seat for what the wound will be for the last long time. Yeah, I think my first goals will be find a hall and start learning stuff. Yeah, these are all good things to do. Go to the moots, standing and all that. Do a bit of training. Do whatever you need to do. If you've got stuff you want to sell, come to her stall. We will probably buy it. So, or if you want to do stuff, then Tillian will help you out and stuff. So, and Chris is a good person to know because he's always good with the advice. One of the good people to know in the field. So, anyway, hour and 40 I'm going for. I'm running late, so I'm going to call it there. So, I mean, considering the last time I did one of these, we were just I was still saying gnashing my fingernails waiting for the Winds of Fortune to drop. Gonna be interesting. 100, go Steve.
Go Steve.
Go Steve. Sounds really weird. But yeah, so thank you everybody for coming along. Thanks everybody for watching, getting involved, chatting, bits, subbing, all of that sort of stuff. But doing it this time around compared to the last time I did it, there's a lot more information involved.
420.
420. We're doing well. This is really, really cool. This is awesome. So yeah, so we're getting there. So thanks everybody for coming along, chatting, chilling, watching, getting involved, laughing at me pointing at the map and been doing my very best weather person impression. So James is back onto it. That's awesome. So yeah, thank you everyone. Everyone take care of yourselves, look after each other, look after yourselves. And if you're struggling, reach out and stuff. Party potatoes be with you. Excellent. So yeah, you all look after yourselves and stay safe. And thanks for that, amigo. Great Steam. Don't forget your usual message applies to yourself as well. Open door policy on my messages. Oh, raids. Oh, I'm tired though. Why not? Why not? Oh, I've got a message. In response to your message there, Dan. No, I don't. Alright, let's do this and then do that. And are we ready to raid? Go and give him some love. Boom. So Moom is actually in the Discord. He is a member of the Hefty Fan. So yeah, go and say hi, give him some smooches, and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, and then I'll get ready to do the thing. So thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Bazy Bay.
My friends, my neighbors, good citizens all, I thank you for coming and heeding the call. Let's rally the people and bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm.